Why do you feel that SUVs are not safe to drive?
I don't necessarily think the vehicle itself is unsafe. It's just people don't understand that its driving characteristics are totally different than that of a standard automobile. So that could make it unsafe to somebody who is not knowledgeable enough to drive it correctly.
All right. And what safety features do you think it should have now to what it doesn't have right now? Like it should apply.
I'd like to see them have some kind of technology that tells when the vehicle starts to become unstable. Like, e.g., starting to roll. If it starts to roll at a certain point, there should be some kind of an audible warning.
Why do you think people continue to buy them and while they still lack safety?
Popular item, marketing, sales.
All right. Well, what do you think manufacturers should add to make them safer? Which is also number 2.
Well, you know, I think probably a little bit more education would be nice. Vehicle is higher off the ground. It's got a higher center of gravity. It's going to roll more. You know, if you look at Lotus, do you know what it would take to roll that Lotus? A lot. Okay, but when you have something that sits up as high as this thing here, okay, then when you roll in like this in the soft suspension, off it goes. So they should have something that if it starts to roll off in a certain direction, get past a certain point, it should give some kind of a warning. Like maybe engage the traction control or something, I don't know.
In 2002, half of the cars sold in America were SUVs. Recent studies show that the increase of weight in a vehicle increases the chance of the vehicle getting into an accident. Top-heavy SUVs have high centers of gravity. A sharp turn can flip an SUV. Heavier vehicles cause rollover fatalities more frequently. 38% of rollover fatalities were contributed by SUVs. In October 2007, the Institute for Highway Safety rated many heavier SUVs worse in crash safety than lighter cars.
Would you say that SUVs or sport utility vehicles are useful for everyone who needs a way to get around and move stuff?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
would you also say that they have great crash safety?
Yes.
So
We've got many tests on the Regal and Terrain.
So they have great crash safety, but why do the manufacturers continue to make so many top-heavy SUVs that roll over easily without educating the public about the lack of stability?
Why the manufacturers still making them? Because they have high safety, that's why.
But I mean, like, they're great in a crash, but they roll over way more than they crash, and it's one of the leading causes of death in automobile accidents.
You're talking about which one? Terrain? GMC Terrain?
Just SUVs in general. They roll over a lot because their center of gravity is so high.
The new ones, 2011, they don't have that, and the 2010, we don't have any, we don't get any problems from customers or complaints about that. I mean, it's the way how you drive it. If you used to drive sedan, you should not drive SUV at the same way. The SUV is a little bit higher, but the gravity on the center of the gravity of SUV is centric. So it doesn't roll over unless if you put more speed on the ramp.
So you're saying that people are driving SUVs like regular cars, and that is why they roll over, right?
Yeah, sometimes. It's not always. And also now we have stability trial computerized, so it takes back the SUV on the right lane, I mean the perfect lane. It helps you to take the balance of the SUV while you're driving the SUV, especially for Acadias and the Terrains.